All right, so we are looking at March 1st, 2022. Real quick take on this Russia-Ukraine situation. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. There is a map that shows when NATO started. I believe it was 1998. A few countries were painted red, and you can see over the years a lot of are red now on this map as NATO got bigger and bigger. We all know what Putin said. If Ukraine joins NATO, he's going to have to do what he's doing right now. He doesn't want all the military presence right at his border. He was warning Ukraine. They did what they decided to do, and Putin followed through what he said. Now, a lot of people said this was very interesting. I thought you guys let me know. All these smaller countries wanted to get together so they can defend themselves against the aggressor, which is Russia. So that's why NATO was formed in a way to protect all these smaller countries from a giant dictator, which is Putin, which is Russia, right? And then a lot of other people said, you know what? He doesn't want anybody at the border with all that military presence. Putin openly was talking about the New World Order, you know, the conspiracy theory that's all slowly coming to light when it comes to that. He said that he understands what their agenda is, and I believe, as I mentioned on other videos before, if you follow the New American Realist, I talked about how Putin is basically, I want to be a dictator on my own. I do not want to be a part of, let's call it, organization like NATO, okay? So I found it very interesting, and I think these are some valid points. Okay, so I'm going to shoot you down if you get to my border with all the military presence. I don't trust NATO. You can't be a part of it because we are on the border. Or what other people have mentioned, all smaller countries wanted to protect themselves by getting bigger, getting stronger, forming all these alliances together so they can defend themselves against Russia. You guys let me know what you think. I told you my 2 cents, my 2 satoshis on this. I believe that Putin does want to be a dictator on his own. He does not want to be a part of NATO. He's still a dictator. And I believe NATO has a lot of dirty agenda with all this Schwab and everything. All the conspiracy theories that we've heard about Schwab and World Economic Forum is coming to light. So you let me know what you guys think, but that's my take on this. I don't trust anybody in power. I think they're all corrupt, and I'm going to continue believing in that until I see something different. For right now, that's just the way it is. I always said it's one party against the middle class. It is one party against we the people. We just have to see what these people are doing because we can't control what they do, but we can control what we do by preparing and positioning ourselves, our families, the best way we can. Okay, I talked about commodities super cycle. It is here, it has been here. It's just certain sectors, like for instance, precious metals have been lagging a lot. Now they're catching a bid. I believe this is nothing. I believe gold is going to break through its all-time high of 2,075 at some point pretty shortly here, and we have no idea where the next stop it's going to be. It can be at 2,300, 25 before another a year of trading sideways to down before we see again new highs. This is like I said, I believe bull market that lasts usually 10 years, and I don't want to bore you with this. A lot of people say it sounds like broken record, blah blah blah. I believe in it. I believe history is repeating itself, and I think right now we're going to see a lot more extreme moves both ways because of the debt and because of everything else that's been going on. And you got all these shortages now because of situation in Russia. On top of it, we already had tankers being stopped in the middle of the sea making circles because of COVID and all this madness that was already going on, that you can't make it up if you even try. So you can't add more shit on top of this shit that we were already in when it comes to supply chain, okay? And now with Russia, I guess we could add more. There could be something happening in Japan. It can be somewhere else. I have no idea. This is just wild times that we entered. I'm not surprised that it's this crazy. I talked about it. I said you haven't seen anything yet. But I do get caught a little bit off guard sometimes with how quickly and more stuff that's going on, and how openly these freaks in charge are just out there without even, they don't even have any type of, not just the word compassion doesn't even come to this. They just don't care. Okay, they're just going to continue lying. Now a scapegoat, of course, it's Russia. That's why the prices of oil are surging, just because of Russia. It doesn't matter what they're doing with currency printing to infinity and all other monetary policy mistakes or deliberate acts that we can add on. That doesn't matter. I talked about on this channel, at The New American Realist, here on this channel, that the two areas that's going to hit the working class the most, is going to inflate the most, which is food and energy. It's been now close to 2 years since I've been pounding on the table to get ready and position yourself in commodities and just wait it out. And if you can, add to positions when there is a sell-off. It wasn't easy in precious metals, don't get me wrong. I mean, August 2020, that's a long time. I held and I added to my positions for almost a year. And then after a year, I was like, okay, I'm going to have to speculate somewhere else and not add much here, because now I'm set with these positions. If I was wrong, I was wrong. That was it. But I talk you through all this on this channel. If you go back into my videos, you will know. And you'll know my live trades on Twitter at The New America 77. You know about SBSW, Sibanye Stillwater, when I entered, when I exited. Now certain positions in COP, ConocoPhillips, that's doing really well. Riley, look at Riley, REPX. I will post the video that was just recent, about 2.5 weeks ago, when I talked about this one. It went over $15. Okay, this was like, I think about $20 at the time I made a video for REPX, and now it's over $30, $35 trading. Then I talked about a Rio a lot. Rio Tinto pays big dividends. A lot of these stocks that I talk about have dividends. Why? Because there is no better feeling when it comes to investing. Even if you're down a little bit, let's say 5-6%, you're getting the quarterly dividend. And Rio Tinto has one of the better dividends out there. I talked about Exxon forever. I actually picked the bottom for the energy sector. I will post this video in the description box down below as well. It was exact bottom. Exxon was under $40 a share. It's a little easier to pick bottoms, okay? It's very hard to pick tops. I'm not good at picking tops. That's why I like to get out if I have quick profits, use those profits to buy real things with, and then reinject those funds back into the same sector or different sectors for that matter, and then look for another exit and do it. Yes, it's a lot of hard work. A lot of people can say, well, if you just held without doing any of that, you would do a lot better. It's a lot easier. That is true. But this market is so rigged. It's such a huge bubble that I believe when the rug is pulled, you will not have time to exit. So I think it's very important to understand that, okay? But when it comes to precious metal stocks, I don't mind holding those for 5 years. I'm good. This is something I like, something I study every day, and I suggest a lot of you, all of you, should be investing in things that you understand, things that you love. not something that I'm saying or whoever else, a similar blog that you listen. You really need to invest in the things that you understand and love. That's, I believe, key here. And it would be a lot easier to add to positions if you had cash, if the stock is down 30%, okay? I've done that, like I said, plenty of times with my B2G stock that I thought I got in when it dropped 30% from 52-week high, and then all of a sudden it kept going lower and lower, and I kept buying and buying. You know, it takes a lot of guts to do that, okay? Your conviction has to be really high. So not to continue blabbering here, super cycle commodities is here. It has been here. I like it. I'm going to continue stay long until I tell you when I'm out on Twitter. For right now, I'm long Rio, COP. Those are my new positions. And when it comes to precious metals, my top position is Barry Gold. A lot of people don't like Barry Gold. I'm fine with Barry Gold. It's not a big dividend, but it's a producer. It's a pretty big boy. And a lot of people, when they start looking into gold, when it makes moves, they will be Googling, they will be searching gold. And guess what pops up right away? It's Barry Gold. That's not the reason why I bought it, by the way. But that's one of the reasons, okay? The main reason is it's a producer. It's one of the biggest mines out there. And it's well diversified in different parts of the world, okay? And they got a lot of cash, they have a lot of gold, and they are under different management. And this could be $50-$60, if not way higher stock in the next couple of years. Again, do your own due diligence. None of this is investing or trading advice, okay? But yeah, gold is the stock ticker. I mean, think of all the Reddit crew, whatever they're called, Robinhood, when they start flocking back to gold and everybody starts talking about it, you might want to take some profits off. That's just the way these markets work. I'm really big into physical holding, so I don't want to lose, but I can care less if my precious metals equities don't do that well, because I know physical will, because this decade is going to be all about real things, hard tangible assets in your possession, actual food like chicken in your freezer, beef, whatever it is, whatever meat you like, whatever non-meat you like, you better have generators. Again, this sounds like some kind of life advice. No, look what's going on. I don't need to tell you. This is just insanity. Again, this channel is not to scare you, it is to prepare you. Like I said, you can only control, of course, what you do. We can't control what these freaks are doing, and what they are doing is they are stealing your purchasing power, and they are lying to you on a daily basis, and they might as well continue wearing masks, because that's what thieves do, okay? They wear masks. It is very fitting. Take care, and we will talk soon. Bye.